So let's read a story for today about Bayanihan. A group of people launched an online fund drive called Bayanihan to help the people affected by the quake. Reyes, Cruz, and Santos family donated 1,579 pesos and 75 centavos, 4,789 pesos and 25 centavos, and 5,931 pesos and 5 centavos respectively. How much money was raised by these three families? So obviously, in this story problem, it involves decimals. What operation are we going to use for this? Basically, from the keywords, how much money was raised by these three families. So basically, we are going to add keywords. Let's go back to let's recall the keywords for addition. We have the total, the altogether, join, both, how many in all, sum, plus, combine, increase, together, or add. These are just some of the addition keywords that that means that we are going to add. Now, how to add decimals or how to add decimal numbers? The steps in adding decimal numbers are you just have to align the decimal point and the digits belonging to the same place value. Next, to align the digits properly, put zeros on the empty place values in the decimal part of each number, and then add the numbers from right to left, just like adding a whole numbers, and then align the decimal point in the sum as in the addends. So let's answer the story problem. So these are the three amounts they have collected by these three families. So according to the step, you have to align the decimal point. So align it, 75, then 4,789 and 25, 5,931.05. Okay, let's add these three numbers. Now, it says here in step 2 that you have to align the digits properly and put zeros on the empty place values, but the place values in this one are being filled, so no need to add zero. You just have to add from right to left. Do not start from here. You start from the right, first digit, or this hundreds place value. So let's add. So we have 15, carry 1, that's 10, then 1, that's 10, 20, carry 2, we have 15, 20, carry 2, so we have 12, 14, we have 23, then plus 2, 4, 5, 7, plus 5 is 12. Then the step 3, you add the numbers. After adding the numbers from right to left, you align the decimal point. So it's aligned here. Now the answer is they collected 12,300 pesos and 5 centavos. So that's just how you are going to add decimal numbers. How about when you subtract decimal numbers? How do you subtract? In subtracting, you still align the decimal point and the digits belonging to the same place value. To align the digits properly, put zeros on the empty place values in the decimal part of each number. Then subtract the numbers from right to left, just like a whole number. Then align the decimal point in the difference. So we have difference is the answer in subtraction. So let's align this. We have 1,450.641. Then you subtract it to 952. Then you align the decimal point, 983. Okay. Let us subtract now. So 1 minus 3, you cannot subtract because the minuend is lesser than the subtrahend. Then you need to regroup. So you borrow. This one is 11. So it becomes 3. So this is 11 minus 3, 8. 3 minus 8 cannot be You cannot just put 5 here. So you borrow from the 6. This will become 5. This is 1. 13 minus 8 is 5. Then 5 minus 9 cannot be. Then you borrow it from here. The 0 will become 9. Then 15 minus 9, that is 6. Then where did you get this? This is 0 and becomes 9 because you borrowed it from here. So we have 9 minus 2 is 7. Cannot be, borrow it from here. So this will become 14. This is 9. Then you borrow again because you cannot subtract 3 minus 9. So we have 4. Okay, so the answer is 497.658. Now, if you want to make sure that your answer is correct, all you have to do is to add this. This subtrahend, you add it to the difference, and if the answer is this, then you get the correct answers. 11, carry 1, 14, carry 1, 16, carry 1, 10, carry 1, 15, carry 1, 10, 14. So our answer is correct. So that's how you are going to subtract decimal numbers. Let us have more examples. What is 1.697 added to 20.1468 and 0.24711? So again, you have to align properly the decimal point first. So decimal point, that is 20. Then 1468, then 0.24711. So this is the time that we are going to add zeros to fill the empty place value, this one, so that when you can just add easily. So we have 1, this is 9, you add from right to left. 14 plus 6, it's 20, carry 2, 8, 10, 19, carry 1, 6, 7, 8, 10, carry 1, 2, then 2. And do not forget to write the decimal point. You should align it to the decimal point of the addend. So the answer is 22.09091. Next, what is the sum of 0.7413, 10.47811, and 315.41? So sum is the answer in addition, so we are going to add. So again, you align. The very important thing is you align first the decimal point. Then you add 10.47811 and the 315.41. You add zeros to the empty place value. So we have here zeros. Okay, so add now. 1, that is 4, that is 9, 8, 12, carry 1, 8, 12, 16, carry 1, 6, 2, 3, then put the decimal point. So this is now the answer. Next, what is 499.95 subtracted from 5,000? So from the word from, our minuend is the 5,000. So we have 5,000 minus 499. Where are we going to put the 499.95? There is no decimal point in 5,000. Remember that this is a whole number. There is no decimal number in 5,000. But there's an invisible decimal point, and you can just add 0, 0 here. It doesn't change the value. It is still 5,000. So even if you put a lot of zeros here, the value is still 5,000. If you're going to put the decimal point here, it becomes 5. If you're going to put a decimal, it becomes 50. So put here, it's 500. This one, if you're going to put it at the end of the 0, then the answer is, and then the value doesn't change. Let me erase it. So we have 5,000 minus 499.95. Then we can now subtract. because the decimal point is aligned now. And be careful in subtracting. This is 0 minus 5. You need to regroup. You cannot just subtract. 0 minus 9 is 4 and so on. So you have to do subtract properly. So we have this one become 10. This will become 9, 9, 9, 9. This will become 4 because you're going to borrow basically from this 5. So 10 minus 5 is 5. 9 minus 9 is 0. Then 9 minus 9 is 0. 9 minus 9 is 0. 9 minus 4 is 5. 4 minus 0 is 4. Then you put the decimal point. So the answer is 4500.05. That's the answer. So again, if the number is a whole number, do not forget to put a decimal point and zeros to fill the empty place value. Next, what is the difference between 15 and 0.451? So we have difference is the answer in subtraction, therefore we are going to add. So if you have 15 here, and where are we going to put the decimal point? So you put it at the end of it so that it will not change the value of the 15. Then you can now align to the 0.451. Then to fill, just put the 0 to fill the empty place value over here so that you can subtract properly. Then you subtract, you regroup first. This one is 9, 9, this one is 4. So you subtract 10 minus 1 is 9, 9 minus 5 is 4, 9 minus 4 is 5. Then subtract 4, 0, 1. Then do not forget to put the decimal point. So the answer is 14.549. Last example. What is the value of n in the equation 95 minus 4.691 plus 21.034 equals n? So we need to do it one by one. So we subtract first the 95 minus 4.691. We have 95. The decimal point is at the end of it. Make it visible. Then you can now put and then align the 4.691. Put zeros here. Then you subtract. So we have this one is 10. Okay, regroup first. Okay, so 10 minus 1 is 9. 9 minus 9 is 0. 9 minus 6 is 3. 4 minus 4 is 0. Then 9. Then the decimal point. So the answer is 90.309. Now, that is for 95 minus 4.691. Then let's add the 21.034. So we have 90.309 plus 21.034. We have 13 carry 1, 4, 3, 1, 11. So our final answer for the value of n is equals to 111.343. So what is the advantages of, or why is it important to understand addition and subtraction of decimal numbers? So adding and subtracting decimals happen a lot in real life. You may find that you need to add up the cost of your groceries to see if you have enough money to pay for them. Or perhaps you need to subtract the cost of a bill from your bank account. When you're adding or subtracting decimal numbers, it's important to set up the expression correctly. The numbers need to be in a certain place, and so do the decimals.